Hello everyone and welcome to week 3 of our theory quiz for grades 1 and 2. I hope you've all had a lovely half term and let's get on with this quiz this week. But first, let's look at the answers for last week's. So go and find your last week's papers, have a look. So question number 1, what do we call this note on the screen? It is a quaver. So 1 mark if you got that right.
Good. So question number 2, what does adding a dot do to a note? Well, it adds half of that note's value. So if you have a 1-beat note with a dot, it will add half of 1, which is a half. So it'd be 1.5 in total. That's a dotted notes.
Question number 3, how many crotchet beats is this note worth? Well, this is a dotted minim and it is worth 3 crotchets.
Question number 4, what does a sharp do to a note? Well, basically, if you put a sharp to the left of a note head, it raises that note by a semitone. So a G would become a G sharp. That's where the name comes from, obviously.
Question number 5, what is the interval between these two notes? Well, A to F, so it is a sixth. And we always count the first note as number 1.
Question number 6. Which note is lower? Is it note A or note B? So this one, your previous question about sharps would have helped. And B is, of course, lower because a sharp raises a note by a semitone. So if it's the same note but doesn't have a sharp, it's obviously going to be lower. G natural, lower note there.
Question number 7, name the scale degree of this note in C major. It is scale degree number 2.
Question number 8, is this a slur or a tie? Well, this one is a tie. Why is it a tie, Miss Morgan?
Because they are both the same note.
They're the same note, aren't they? Yeah. Good.
Question number 9, put these in order from longest to shortest. So the answer will come up on screen. We have a dotted minim, which is worth 3 crotchet beats, a crotchet, a quaver, which is half a crotchet, and a semi-quaver, which is a half of a quaver. So if you got one of those correct, give yourself 1 mark. If you got 2 correct, give yourself 2 marks. If you got all of them correct, give yourself 3.
Excellent. So the next question, question number 10. Miss Morgan wanted you to write out that rhythm so that it sounds half as fast. And she gave you a hint by saying the rhythm should be in 4/2. So the result is this: minim, dotted crotchet, quaver, 2 crotchets, and a minim. Okay, so you've just doubled all of the note values. Same pitches, same key signature, same clef, just a different time signature.
And that is a point for every beat.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Question number 11, what do we call this symbol? It is a pause, and that means you hold that note for as long as you like. But Mr. Morrell, what is this also called?
It's also called a fermata, which is the Italian name. So if you're feeling really fancy, you can call it a fermata. But pause is enough. So question number 12, it was name the key of this tonic triad. So remember, a triad is a 3-note chord, and the tonic is the bottom note. I said that last time. So it's a B-flat major triad because B-flat is the bottom note, okay? Don't be put off by the deliberate mistake, which is a key signature of only 1 flat, because of course 1 flat is F major, but the triad here is in fact the triad of B-flat major.
Question number 13, should this passage be played legato or staccato? Well, that long slur over the top of both bars means it should be played legato and very smoothly.
Question number 14. So what is the first thing we sing during a weekday evensong? So the Tuesdays and the Wednesdays. It is, of course, the responses. Oh Lord, open thou our lips, that kind of thing.
So question number 15, what language was the extract in? It was in Latin. And the bonus point for the name of the piece was Holst's Nunc Dimittis. So well done if you got that to have an extra point. So if you've got something you'd like us to cover or something specific, then get an adult to send us an email at musictheoryqueries@gmail.com. And so we'll move on with this week's quiz. So this is week 3. And question 1 of week 3 is, so we'll do something a bit different. We're looking at an actual piece this time and looking at questions from the piece. So first of all, can you describe the time signature of this piece? So both how many beats in the bar and what kind of beats. So look all over the music for the clues.
So it's exactly the same abstract as question 2. What major key is this piece in? Okay, so remember what tells us what key something is in. So of course the key signature. So have a look, see what we've got here. Count how many we've got. Circle of fifths, of course, is always helpful here. Don't forget that.
Question number 3. Name the highest note of the soprano part. So that's your part, the treble part, the top line on each stave. Try and find the highest note and tell us what note it is.
Question number 4. So at the top of the piece, there's a little marking allegro. What does that mean? What does allegro mean?
So question number 5. What dynamic should you be singing on this page? So it's hidden somewhere on this page at the very beginning. I want you to find it. So how loud should you be singing?
Question number 6. So this piece, as you can probably see, it's called Te Deum Laudamus. We praise thee, O God. We want you to tell us what kind of service we would sing this piece at. What kind of service do we sing the Te Deum at? It's not the most common service we do, so you might have to think a little bit harder.
Question 7, we're still on the same piece, but the next page. Can you name the new key signature on the bottom line? So on the third line, we've changed key from those sharps to the flats. So name the new key. It's a major key again.
So same page again. Which scale degree of the new key is the first soprano note on the bottom line? Okay, so it's still the bottom line we're talking about. And I might be able to get a little pointer. Oh, that might work. So first soprano note on the bottom line, it's here. Okay, the word holy. And we have just changed key. So in this new key, which I'm going around, what scale degree is that note there? Okay, turn off the pointer. Next question.
And question number 9. What is the interval between the two soprano parts in the second bar of this page? So on Angels, so that's your second bar of the entire page. The gap between the two soprano parts, the deck and can part. So I just want the number. So what is the gap between those 3 notes? They're all the same interval.
So the next question, question number 10. Which country was Stanford from? So this is a bit of a rogue question, a bit different from the other ones, but it's useful to know. It's what we call context of composers and music. So which country was Stanford from? If you don't know, just have a guess. No such thing as a bad guess.
So question 11, just some general questions now. Which is louder, MP or MF? So mezzo piano or mezzo forte? Which one is louder?
Question number 12. What does più lento mean? What does più lento mean? Okay, it's a tempo marking.
So question number 13. What does this symbol do to a note? So think about the sharp question of last week. This is on the similar vein. So we've got this strange pointy B shape. What does it do to a note?
Question number 14. So we've got a very big picture of a symbol here. What do you do when this symbol comes up on the score? Okay, what does it tell us? It's what we call a hairpin, because it looks like a hairpin. I knew that would make you laugh, Miss Morgan. Yeah, so what do you do at that symbol when you see it in music?
And question number 15, another rogue question. Is the organ loft on Decani side of the cathedral or cantoris? So think, is Mr. Beach or me or Mr. Morrell on deck side or can side when we're playing? That's the fun one. If you don't know it, have a guess. It's 50-50 chance.
I'm trying to think. Yeah. I still get confused because deck and can are actually not the normal way round in Durham. And yeah.
That's the end of this week's quiz, so I hope you enjoyed it. Keep a hold of your papers, and we'll see you next week. Have you got any more questions? Then just send them along to musictheoryqueries@gmail.com. So, bye, Mr. Morrell.
Bye, Miss Morgan. Thank you very much.